Ale Proud Devil Are You? It's me, it's Big Juffer, with another not a Tubers High Score. Tell me what the fuck am I talking about? With Mamemeister's High Score Kerfuffle. And this week is the Champion's Choice of game, because we're between seasons, and I won the last season. Woo! I finished second quite a lot, so I'm quite chuffed to have won. And I got to pick the game. And I picked, as you can see on the telly now, Deathsmiles, because it's one of my favourite games, and it's a good introduction to people for bullet hell and all that kind of nonsense. So I thought I'd record it, see how well I do. I haven't got my personal best, but I did 1cc it. So I thought I'd do a little commentary over it, because it's not straightforward. I mean, the gameplay is, but the scoring's a bit bollocks if you don't know what you're doing. So anyway, why don't you join me? Or not. I'm not your dad, but if you am your dad, go and play fucking Deathsmiles on the Xbox 360, because we've got it. Bloody beautiful. So yeah, I've got this on the Xbox 360. I've got it on Steam. I play it on my Steam Deck. I play it on pretty much every device I've got. I love it. I think it's brilliant. Anyway, first thing you'll notice is I've got 4 characters, and you only get 2 to start with, because I've unlocked the 2 extra characters. So I use Rosa, just because the way her option works is easier for my brain to work with. Anyway, what you didn't see there was you choose 3 difficulty levels for each level, and I chose level 3 on stage 1. So level 3 means it's harder, but the good thing is it generates more jewels and shit that you pick up. So you have 2 fire buttons, one for firing right, one for firing left, and see that counter at the bottom that's now at 30. When that reaches 1,000, you press them both together and you go in power up mode. So basically, ground enemies, like these pigs that you can't see because I'm killing them before they come on. This pig here, ground enemies, shoot them by holding fire button down. Those blue death looking, Java looking things, shoot them by tapping fire button, and you get the crowns rather than the gold things. You'll see this dog here, see those crowns? That's because I killed it with the right shot time. Same with these pigs. Same with those flying things there. These don't generate anything. These things, shoot them with the tap, the flying eyes, and shoot the ground enemy with holding it down. It sounds complicated, and it probably is, but once you recognise which enemy give you which thing, because the crowns are worth 5 points, and the little hats are only worth 1. Or the skulls rather. So you want to try and trigger the crowns as often as you can. Okay? And what you want to do, see how it's gone to 1,000 now at the bottom left? That means I can trigger power up mode, but I don't want to do it yet on this level because I'm near the baddie. And the key to scoring on this is saving your power up for when you're going to get points. It'll make sense, trust me. Anyway, this boss, just twat the shit out of him, and then do the same again this side. And if you get it right, because I'm just touching him with the option, he'll be dead before the pumpkins get anywhere near me. Right, this bit can be a bit tricksy. But all you got to do is, remember, try and get up to 1,000 at the bottom left as soon as you can. Okay, remember that. So you got your 2 fire buttons and a bomb button. Right. This is going to get... It's going to get weird now. When you trigger power up mode, you want to collect as much crap as you can, and each thing you pick up only gives you 1 point. So it doesn't matter if it's a big golden thing or a crown or a skull. Right, I'm going for C2 here, and there's a reason for this. Again, level 3, so we've done the first 2 levels at level 3. So just catch whatever you can. If you can let things bounce, because the skulls break into like little crowns, and then the crowns break into... Yeah, the gold crowns there, the big ones, break into the little crowns. The little crowns break into the skulls. And basically from now on you want to pick up as much crap as you can. But what you want to do is save your power up until you get to this bit around here. Now I did get hit by that rock, so it's taking half my energy. So here, press both fire buttons together, and now this is triggered power up mode. Right? And see how basically you got that 10,000 thing in the red that's saying plus 10,000 for everything I'm picking up. That's where you get the mega points, and you can see the score's rocketed up from about 1 million, and when we get to the end of this bit we should have about 40 million. So ignore everything except these rocks, because these rocks give you 10,000 or whatever it is each. Keep on the rocks, keep on the rocks, then switch to these rocks, keep on the rocks. Score's raking up, look at that, 40 million. And then here you just got to wait. The ground kind of covers you from the bullets and the lava coming up. So stay above the shelf. Try and kill the things below you with your option. But you can see, look, 39 million. I'm only get 40 million. I think that's the first extra life. No, I've already got the extra life because I've got 3.5 now. Anyway, here's the boss from level 2. Now, because I picked level 3 at the start, the boss is harder to kill. So as well as generating more... Oh, I've got shot straight away. What an idiot. So I've lost a life. But it's nothing too bad just yet. So dodge all his fire. Try and dodge the rocks. And try and shoot these lava trails. As soon as you do, they'll suicide bullet into you. So it's a bit dangerous. And then just keep your option on him. Twat him. This bit coming up can be a bit tricky. So if you need to use a bomb, because you get your bombs back anyway in a bit. But you can see he's nearly dead, so I'm just going to try and brazen it out. And to be honest, I shouldn't have lost that first life. You can see at the top where I've got 3 green bars. And one of them is red. Sorry, just hit the microphone. The red one just means that's my life gone. So I've killed him. Pick up all his crap to try and get as much in that counter for the next level, because we want to get near 1,000 as soon as possible again. So on to level 3. And what I do here, keep it at level 3, but move to stage C1. Okay, now basically everything on this stage except the floating eyes you want to kill by holding your fire button down. So just keep fire button held down, kill as much as you can. See, the crowns are coming, more crowns, and they're worth 5 each, remember. And then switch to the back. There'll be a ground enemy, yeah, we kill him. Loads of crowns, and we're nearly. Now the eyes, kill them with the tap shot and they give you crowns. And once we've killed this thing, there we go, we've got 1,000 already. On this level, trigger it as soon as you get it. And you can see all this little crap flying into me is building up my counter. As soon as that gets to 1,000 again, here it should go. But now, that's going to get to 10,000. It's on 7,000. Here we go. Right, so everything now is worth 10,000 points. So that's a lot of points coming in. Look at that score going up. Now on this level there's no ground for anything to hit. So on a normal level what you'd want to do is let all those crowns hit the ground, break up into little crowns, let the little crowns hit the ground, break up into skulls and pick them up. Anyway, right, weirdest boss in shoot 'em up history coming up. Look at that. Really great big cow, Mary. And this can be tricky if you don't know what you're doing. So the first attack wave, she'll just shoot at you, which is fairly simple to dodge. And then she'll chuck the cubes and then it fires from the back, which again is fairly easy to dodge through. This bit I struggle with, and I think I get clipped. Yeah, I got hit there, lost another life. But it doesn't matter. Does not matter. Keep firing at her. When she gets to about half health, she'll go into phase 2. So this is phase 2 where those red cubes just chuck bullets at you. They are always aimed at your position, so as long as you keep moving, you'll be fine. And then she'll trigger into the last phase where she drops these blocks on you, and then she's dead. And go and pick up as much crap as you can to try and get your score up to 1,000 again. Are you with it so far? Good. Because this game is amazing. Right, keep it at level 3 and go to A2, which is the graveyard section. And this has got one of my favourite bosses ever. Again, eyes, so you want to kill them with your tap shot to get the crowns, to get your 5 points each. Anything ground based, kill it by holding your fire button down to get the crowns from it. So this sheep thing, there we go. And 968, so I'm nearly at 1,000 again. Right, so now what I want to do is wait until I get to the big kind of mid boss. Kill all this crap. Don't trigger power up mode just yet. I'm catching stuff without letting it drop, which is a bit silly. Actually, yeah, probably alright. Actually, I think it is alright. I think it's when you trigger power up mode, which I'm just about to do now. So trigger power up mode here. when you kill him, you get an extra life. So pick that up. It only gives you half a life, but better than nothing. And here what you want to do is try and crap or catch as many little crap as you can, or as much of the little crap as you can. So if you trigger the big crowns, let them drop, let them bounce, and then pick them up. So here, see how they all broke and split into crowns? Try and keep doing that. I'm doing it really badly. Because basically, if you pick up the big crown, you'll get one lot of 10,000. If you let it split into a couple of crowns and then into more skulls, you've got more coming. Anyway, boss. Big face lying in the ground. All you got to do is dodge his rocks, which is fairly easy. His bullet patterns aren't too hard either, so there's quite a big gap in between those. This is fairly easy as well, because the first 5 or 6 bullets you can just stay still, then the next 4 you can stay still, and then you just have to move up and down a little touch. There we go. Right, now this phase, or here we go, it's triggered the next phase, turns into a skull and he starts firing these purple hearts at you. If you stay low, you basically kill all the purple hearts before they can do anything to you. And then Bosch is dead and pick all the crap up. Now, this is important, so listen carefully. If you go into the next stage as level 3, you've fucked up, because it gets really hard, because the enemies drop bullets that you can mop up with your option, but it's really fucking hard. So I switch it down to level 2 from now on. So if I did another level at level 3, you can do 4 levels at level 3. As soon as you do 5, you're basically fucked. Or I am anyway. So it gets much too hard. So what I do is just switch to level 2. And on this stage, I don't use my power up at all. So I charge it up for the next level. So it's just killing loads of stuff. Anything airborne, kill it with your holding your button down, including these things that jump up, including this big vine thing. So everything you see, just kill it by holding fire now. And it'll switch so that they're behind you, so you just have to switch around a little bit. But just before we get to the end, we should trigger 1,000 points. So that's ready to go on the next level. I mean, you can trigger it here. But this stage is basically at the boss now, so triggering here you can get quite a few points, but I think it's a bit of a waste, because there's no floor for things to bounce off, and that's it, it's just those enemies. So yeah, here comes a big tree. Love this tree. So just twat it as much as you can. His bullet patterns are fairly standard, nothing really to give you any trouble. It does get a bit tricky as soon as he starts launching these apples, so if you don't kill him by the time the apples come out, that can get a bit dodgy, but yeah, he's dead, look. So pick up as much as I can. Beauty. And on to the last of the normal levels. So again, leave it at level 2, don't go to level 3. The level 2, B2. And again, I don't trigger the power up straight away, because I'm setting my ways, and there's certain points where I trigger the power ups every time I play it. And it's probably wrong, but it works for me, so I'm going to keep doing it. So kill as much of this crap as you can. And there's another life up icon coming up soon as well in a minute, so get some of my life back. So kill everything. I'm just picking up is whatever I can at the minute, making sure I don't get hit. So then, right, once we're through this, that'll be one of them big fellas. Here we go. And then trigger it here. So once you've triggered your power up, you kind of, yeah, you've got it, because you get loads and loads of skulls from this. Like, there we go, we've triggered the 10,000 already, and the counter's not down to 500 yet. That's going to be loads of points. I should be letting them bounce, but sod it. Now here, that car that's face down, kill that, and you get a life up. Only gives you half a life, but that's good for banging into enemies and rocks and shit like that. Not bullets, but enemies. So yeah, it's taken us up to 71 million. That's pretty good. And it's the last of the main normal bosses. There's still 14 minutes to go yet. So there's 6 normal stages. Once you clear them, depending how you've done, you unlock a extra stage, which I'd recommend not going anywhere near because it triggers those suicide bullet things again. It's just hard as nails. So this, just change your fire from left to right. Make sure you shoot the jars and just fit between the massive gap between the bullets, so it's not too difficult. And then at this stage you only need to hit it a couple more times. That's it. She's deed. You get a nice cutscene. Right, so from this point, because I've done some stages at level 3, you get to pick the extra stage as well. Although I think you can unlock it as well. I'll look up and put the codes to unlock the characters in the stage and shit in the description. But I'm not. There we go. So on the left there, look, extra stage. Don't want that. Just go for final. Because if you go the extra stage, it just triggers the suicide bullets, and don't want to go there. So this is the last stage. So you'll notice he was the boss from level 1. He's now a normal character. It's like in beat 'em ups, where you've got a boss like in Final Fight, and then he becomes a normal character that you have to fight. Just make sure you kill everything. Again, the fire patterns here aren't too bad. Just get a little bit tasty in a minute, but only because, see these death head things in the cloaks, you want to be tapping fire for them, just to get as many points from them as possible. These green dragons, just hold fire button down. It gives you the crown, same with the ground based enemies. But these blue guys, again, you want to be tapping to get them. Missed a few crowns, but we're at 600 and odd anyway, so yeah, that'll be up to 1,000 before we know it. Those lance guys, I always kill them by holding fire button down. I was lucky to squeeze through that bullet pattern then, because my brain's going tap tap tap. I want to be tapping, and didn't use a bomb but got through that shit, which is pretty good. Right, excuse me, and then tap tap tap, there we go, trigger it. There we go, power up mode. And from here on in, the score gets really mental. Great. Do everything. Again, there's no floor for it to bounce off, so you're just catching stuff here. So it might have been better to save it. But look who's coming in a minute. Actually, it probably is better to save it, because you'll recognise this next enemy coming. There she is. Look at all the skulls and shit coming off her. And I should have let all of those bounce. So I was an idiot there, because I caught them as they were flying. For this next bit, you get the eyes, so you want to tap fire button to get the crowns from them. Hold fire button for the ground enemies. Tap fire for the eyes again. Hold the fire button for the ground enemies. Tap fire for the eyes again. Hold the fire for the ground enemies. See what's happening, don't you? Tap tap tap. Hold. Tap tap tap. Hold. Tap tap tap. Hold. And before long, we're already at 500, look. But these enemies, you want to be holding the fire to kill them. And you want to take them out as fast as possible, because if you let them stay on, then, yeah, they'll start firing loads of bullets at you. They're quite difficult. So, kill them and prioritise them. Tap, tap, tap. Hold, hold, hold. Tap, tap, tap. Alright, we're at 800. 997, there we go. Right, trigger it now, because these big, you get a few big bosses here and you just get thousands of skulls off these. These are great. Try and let everything bounce. When you're in power up mode, let it bounce and then catch it if you can. It's not always easy. Right there, look, got loads of points for that, because let everything bounce. Same with that, loads. I should have let all that bounce, but I caught some in midair because I'm an idiot. And I got hit. So I was getting cocky. So tap, tap, tap for those guys. I think I got hit again, didn't I? Yeah, that was stupid. Stupid in the extreme. Kill, 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 kill. Hold fire for these guys on the bridge. There we go. Hold fire again. We're at 300. So tap, tap for the eyes. Hold for the ground guys. Alright, now this guy. Oh, he's alright. I think it's the next one. There's a few ground-based enemies coming up. Yeah, so you just got to be careful of this. Because this guy, when he shoots at you, he launches big balls that when they hit the ground, they explode upwards. So as long as you're aware of that, you can dodge it. When you're not aware of it, it catches you out. What we got? 93 million. It's not ever so high scoring because I didn't catch stuff after it bounced. Right then, this bit. Bloody love the music on this bit. Alright, trigger it straight away, so I'm now in power up mode. But I'm catching everything because there's no floor. So when there's no floor to bounce off, just catch it as quick as you can because you want to get up to that golden 10,000 mark as fast as possible, and each thing you catch helps you do that. So we're nearly there. Nearly there. Need a few more, probably not going to get to it. Oh, there we go, just managed to trigger it. And kill everything as quickly as you can. Kill that, it's just too late. Got all the crowns for it. And 99 million, so nearly 100 million. And just going through the dance floor again. That's what I've got. I've got 2.5 lives left. And there's 7 minutes left, and this is the final boss. Bear in mind there's a big cutscene at the end, there's a musical number, so this boss takes probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes to get through. So it's got 2 stages to it, or 2 forms. When he's a man, which you think is your father, I don't know the story really, you want to save your bombs as much as you can. So it looks worse than it is, but there's always a route through this first level. In this first stage, there's like massive gaps there. Huge. I can fit through there, And I fucked myself up here by going upwards. Got trapped in the corner, so I had to use a bomb. So I've bombed him. Now this bit's really good because it looks horrible, but there is always a path through the bullets. And yeah, I could have made that, but I used another bomb. And basically, he's now dead. That's him in his first phase gone. And this is where you will notice I just go fucking bomb crazy. So if you've got 2.5 lives and you've got 1 bomb here, you can just bomb spam the bastard. So I've not used the bomb yet. I try and take a bit of his health down. I'm doing dodge, dodge, dodge. But what you don't want to do, you don't want to get hit. So yeah, I panicked a bit. Bombed him. Gone. I've got no bombs left. I managed to sneak through that fire pattern, which I'm quite proud of, to be honest. And then this bit always gets me. There are big gaps. And I nearly made it. So now I've been hit. I'm thinking, sod it, I'm going to bomb spam. So that's 1 bomb gone. That's 2 bombs gone. That's 3 bombs gone. And I nearly made it through there. I've only got 1 life left. And I got clipped there by his hand straight away, so I've only got half a life. 2 bombs left because I've just used 1. That's 1 bomb. There's another bomb. Don't fuck about with it. And then there's the 3rd bomb. And that should be him dead. So that, people, is Deathsmiles and how not to be shit at it. Now when I did this for the Tubers High Score Challenge, I think I got 148 million. So on this one I've only got 104 million. So it's not my best run. But the game's absolutely incredible. And you get a choice of endings here now as well. So you got the cutscene with your dad. Canada! Tetsuo! How long's left? 4 minutes left. That's quite a big end screen. Where each character has their own ending. And here's where you get a choice. And I think one of these is go back to normal, and the other one is stay as a witch or a fairy or whatever you are. Don't really know. But if you go with the default top one, you take your little suspenders and you go back, and then you put some jeans on and you're in a bar. Like that. Lots of dirty old men, because I'm sure the girls in this game are like supposed to be quite young. And that's it. Then we get a little bit of music and a little bit of a map playing, and then it lets you put your name in to see what score you got. So here's the staff. Beautiful game though, honestly beautiful. And I do want to beat it by doing the extra stage at some point. But the suicide, they're not strictly suicide bullets, but the bullets that it spawns in addition to the normal bullets are a lot. And they're quite hard to deal with. But yeah, this is one of my favourite games. I love it. It's great just to throw on when you've got half hour spare, and it never gets boring. I must have finished it and 1cc'd it probably, I don't know, 30-40 times. And each time I do it, I just want to do it again. So definitely one of the easier games to finish from Cave, if not the easiest. And if you're looking to get into bullet hell, I would suggest this one probably first, and then go on to Battle Back Raid, because Battle Back Raid's quite easy to 1cc as well. So if you start with those two, once you can 1cc them, move on to other stuff. So there we go, we put name in. Where are we? 104,864,678. Oof. And that was me just pausing to take a screenshot to post in the High Score Kerfuffle forum. Cool. And that's it. Game over. Then it just shows you who's got the high score for each of the characters. Then it just cycles through the top scores for Rosa, because that's the character I played with. And there we go. 104,864,678. Brill. So now I think all that's left is just to show that in Launchbox, because Launchbox tracks your high scores. And if I click on the high scores here, you'll see in the all-time top scores up. I'm number one, yay! With, couldn't quite read that, but then when you click on my name, you can see all the games have got high scoring. So if you fancy giving it a go and trying to beat me, go on to Launchbox, have a go. You can see all the other games there when you click on my name that I've done fairly well at. Although it doesn't always register your score, so yeah, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. So yeah, that was Deathsmiles. So I'm going to stop the video, and just say thanks for watching and goodbye. And I'll put the character unlock codes and stuff in the description, like I said. So cool. Thanks for watching. Bye.